Hello silver friends, this is Joli from Quick Silver Hair, and today I'm going to go through my top recommendations for the proper care and feeding of silver hair. If you have just ditched the dye and you are just now growing out your silver hair, these tips and strategies will help you build a routine to protect your hair and keep it looking its absolute best. If you have already grown out your silver hair and you are struggling with issues that you can't quite pinpoint what is going on and why your hair looks dull, lifeless, frizzy, and maybe yellowing, these strategies will help you hit reset and help you get your beautiful silvers back to their former glory. These are tips and tricks that I have used in my own routine, and these are the things that I figured out over time that were the best way for me to combat issues. I know there's a lot of misinformation out there, and I know there's a lot of confusing information out there, so I'm hoping that this gives you a nice, simple base to work from and understand how to keep your silvers looking their finest. All right, so let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about is shampoo, because this is the first step in our hair care routine that is going to make or break one issue that all of us will face, and that is buildup. So if you're using the wrong shampoo for your water type, you're going to end up with issues either with product buildup or mineral buildup. You want a shampoo that isn't stripping or drying, because we don't want dry hair. Dry hair attracts yellowing. And we want a shampoo that helps fight off some of the issues that silver hair will show. It's going to show up on your hair. You're going to be able to see it. And that is minerals and product buildup. First, if you have hard water, you want a shampoo that has chelating ingredients in it, or you want a chelating shampoo that you use regularly to clarify your hair to combat mineral buildup. Chelating means that it actually is attracted to the minerals on your hair and pulls them off. It's sort of like a magnet. It goes to the mineral and it grabs it and pulls it away. If you use a daily product that's gentle and non-stripping, you combat this issue every single day. This is why I love Scene's shampoo, because it has chelating ingredients in it and they fight this issue. This was the game changer for me. I was struggling so much with mineral buildup because our water is so hard, and it was turning my hair this kind of champagne color. And when I started using Scene shampoo, over time I noticed that that issue went away. And when I looked at the ingredients and investigated further, it is because it has chelating ingredients. Now, you may not want to use Scene. I totally get that. Maybe you have another shampoo that's your favorite daily shampoo. So in that case, I would recommend using a product like Ion Purify that is designed for hard water and well water and contains chelating ingredients. This shampoo also contains an ingredient called sodium C1416 olefin sulfonate, and that is the ingredient that I tell people to look for when they have product buildup. It is also the ingredient in Undo Goo shampoo from Malibu Sea. This is the only product from Malibu Sea that I recommend for silver hair because of issues with their vitamin C products discoloring silver hair. So be careful there. I have videos on that. But you want to find a shampoo that does a really good job at clarifying. If you have hard water, you want it to remove mineral buildup. If you have softened water, you want it to remove product buildup. Again, that ingredient that removes product buildup is sodium C1416 olefin sulfonate, and you will find it in many shampoos that are daily shampoos. You will also find it in many clarifying shampoos. But that's the ingredient that I like, especially if you use products with oils in them or you have an oily scalp. It does a really fine job of breaking down oils. It is not in the Scene shampoo. However, I find that the Scene shampoo does a great job on its own of clearing mineral and product buildup. I would also suggest, if you have hard water, to install a shower filter. I think this is really important because it's not going to soften your water, but it will filter out some of the minerals that are larger molecules and can attach to your hair. So it's just another good way to help prevent issues before they start. Next up is using a balanced conditioner that properly conditions your hair type and is great for whatever water type you have. If you have soft water and or fine hair, you want a lighter weight conditioner because softened water is conditioned water, and that conditioning agent in the water also conditions your hair. So you want to be careful to rinse and rinse and rinse and rinse so that you get all that out. Again, go back to clarifying so you don't get buildup. But you still want a conditioner, even if it's a lightweight one, for the protective features of a conditioner. Conditioners are designed to allow you to have slip, they allow for environmental protections, and they allow for nourishment to be added to your hair. These are all very important. If you have coarse and/or hard water, you want to use a deeper conditioner, something that is far more conditioning than a lightweight conditioner. And my choice with fine hair and hard water and curly hair is deeper conditioner from Scene. I have to rinse this conditioner out most of the way. I rarely leave very much of it in because it is a little bit heavier. It will weigh my hair down. But I think this is overall a great product. Scene does have a lighter conditioner. This is their more nourishing or more conditioning conditioner. And then they have their regular original formula, which is a little bit lighter weight and probably better for those of you who have fine hair and or soft water. Conditioning is really important because the drier your hair is, the more likely it's going to yellow. The next thing you're going to want to do differently for your silver hair than you have done for your dyed hair is make sure that you're using a product with UV protection. I say pick a leave-in with UV protection. All of Scene's leave-ins have UV protection. You want to use it just like you do sunscreen, so it's going to be something that you're going to put on before you go out in the sun. The one thing besides water that all of us and all of our hair is going to be exposed to and going to be damaged by is the sun. We cannot avoid it. And sun damage is accumulative. So even if you only spend 5 minutes outside every day, if you do that every day, then over time you're spending an incredible amount of time in the sun. And if your hair is unprotected, it will cause oxidative stress and turn it yellow. The best strategy for protecting your silver hair and your scalp is to wear a buff or a hat with UV ratings on it. This will ensure that you actually get the best coverage because the reality is the surface area of the hair is massive and it's very difficult to coat it with a single product. So while you can use this, UV protection as a tandem thing, I think that wearing a hat or a UV protective buff is the best way to protect your hair. And you get the added benefit of protecting the skin on your scalp, which is incredibly delicate and incredibly prone to skin cancer from UV damage. I prefer these Scene products because they have heat protection also, which is my next bit of advice. If you are using heat, especially a blow dryer over 200 degrees or a flat iron or curling iron, you want to make sure that you're getting a heat protectant that has a heat rating up to 450 degrees or so, because this means that the company has tested the product. You want to keep your tools below 365 degrees and go as low as you possibly can to achieve your style. I know there's a lot out there about don't use heat at all, but I don't think that that's necessary if you have the right products. You can check out in the description box below, I'll link my heat glossary on all things about heat. But my two favorite heat protectants are the Scene leave-in and the Scene blowout cream. These are what I use when I actually use heat beyond my diffuser. When I am doing my normal daily routine, I just use my curl cream, which has UV protection in it. And because I use a gel that has polymers in it, I'm getting a little bit of heat protection from the polymers while I diffuse my hair. And of course, I don't diffuse my hair on a really high temperature, so I'm not worried about that. So next up, I would inspect your products. Whatever you choose to use, you want to make sure that they come out of the bottle clear, white, or off-white, and you can even go up to something as creamy colored as the Scene. I've never had any issues with this. I think it's just the pearlizers in it that make it this color. Which means they stay on top of the hair. There are products out there that have a much heavier pigment, and I would avoid those. And I would avoid products that have added dyes unless you're using a product like a purple shampoo that has toning ingredients in it. Most of the time when you're dyeing your hair, you are using color-safe products. You don't need color-safe products when you have silver hair, and a lot of those color-safe products have added dyes to help enhance your dyed hair. So you want to be really careful about what you're putting on your hair. Granted, there are some products out there that have a pretty good color on them. I've used them and never had any issues. This is something where I would say you want to test it and make sure it's not that product. But if you're struggling with an issue and you can't figure it out, I would definitely ditch all of your products that are not clear, white, or off-white, and make sure you have no added dyes. It is my theory that less is enough when it comes to silver hair. The more products that you're using and the more stuff you're putting on your hair, the more chances you have for buildup, the more chances you will have for discoloration, and the more chances you will have to damage your hair. So finding a sweet and simple routine with just a handful of products is my go-to. I only use 4 to 5 products on my wash day. Shampoo, conditioner, my leave-in or curl cream, gel, and maybe a serum. And then when I straighten my hair, I will use one of my heat protectants to make sure that while I am hitting it with a straightener, I'm not damaging my hair. I don't straighten my hair very often, so this isn't going to be a major issue for me, but if you straighten your hair every wash day, you want to make sure that you're using that heat protectant right before. And I understand when you're straightening your hair, you may need hairspray or something like that afterwards, so you may have a few extra products. One of the ways to keep it simple is to use combo products. You know, kudos to you if you can find a product that is a leave-in conditioner, a UV protectant, and a heat protectant. That's one product doing 3 jobs. And then you know you've got a product that you can trust to cover all 3 of those bases. Another strategy is to use one shampoo that does the job of cleansing without stripping and chelating without having to use a clarifying shampoo. I rarely use a clarifying shampoo anymore because all I need is this. So one of the things that you can look for in simplifying your routine is those combo products, those things that do more than one thing, and that will help you to reduce how much you put on your hair. It also helps with, if you want to try something new, you'll know what it was that changed the game. You'll know what it was that caused issues because you've only changed one thing. People who cocktail products, especially curly girls, you're risking a lot because the more you put on your hair, the more chances you have for causing issues. The last thing I will say is that you do not need purple shampoo unless you have a permanent form of yellowing. Purple shampoos are notorious for drying your hair out, and it's something that you get told immediately when you have silver hair is that you need purple shampoo, and I'm here to tell you that's not true. I rarely use a purple product, but when I do, I use the By the Way company's fragrance-free purple conditioner. I just like it as a conditioner. I really don't need it for the toning aspect of it, but I do like it. And when I did need toning, I really liked the Loma Violet conditioner. It's very conditioning, it has really nice slip, and it feels really nice on your hair while you're using it and afterwards. Really, you only need purple shampoos and conditioners if you have permanent form of yellowing. Otherwise, they can be skipped altogether. So that's it for this video. I really wanted to keep it short and simple so you could have one place that wasn't confusing and was easy to understand so you can have the proper care for your silver hair. Comment below if you have any questions or have any thoughts on what I have posted today. That is one of my favorite things about posting videos, is communicating with you in the comments section. If you haven't signed up already, I would suggest you sign up to my email list, which is linked in the description box below, along with other resources about the topics that I have discussed today in this video. If you liked this video, please share it, give it a thumbs up while you're down there, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so now because I would love to see you next time. Until then, shine on.